Hello YouTube, Patrick with Homebred Aquatics. So today we're going to do a product review over Sera's snail catcher. Now why am I behind my saltwater tank, you might ask? Because actually I want to see if this is as good as they say it is and it dual purposes. Because I got bristleworms in here and I hate bristleworms and I want bristleworms gone. Now they're not all going to just disappear, but I'm hoping that we can catch quite a bit with this snail catcher. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up, kind of check it out, put it together, and then from there I'll place it in the tank, and then I'll see y'all probably in a couple days again to go over how it looks and what it's done. And then I'm also going to do the same thing in freshwater and try to catch some of these pesky pest snails as well. So now before we get into it, I'd like you guys to, if you're watching this video, just go down below and comment. Just say, hey, saw your video, thanks, it was great, really appreciate it. Give me a like if you want and a subscribe if you really love the content. It really helps me as a beginner YouTuber, and I plan on just amping you guys up with stuff like reviews and guides and top 10s of all sorts of things. All right, now let's break this open. All right, we're back, and we're built. This took about 5 minutes. Not too bad. I felt like I was building a figurine though. I was surprised to see that it actually came with the O-nips for the bait, although get some O-nips. I actually really do like these by Sera. You can stick them right onto the side of the glass and the fish just demolish them. Awesome, awesome stuff. So I'm gonna throw this in the tank, and I'm gonna see you guys in a couple days and we're gonna see what we catch. All right, thanks. All right, YouTube people. So we're back at day 2 with the bristleworm snail catcher trap by Sera. So bad news. I caught 0 bristleworms in 2 days, and I know there's bristleworms in here. Furthermore, on day 2, even though I put some frag tiles over this to hold it down, it still blew away. So even if I had caught bristleworms, it would have just floated away. I guess I could have weighted down a little bit more, but between the 2 days, I saw 0 bristleworms. Now, this is just one thing that it catches, so my next experiment in the next 2 days is going to be seeing if it catches snails for freshwater. So I'm going to rinse it out, take the old food out, put a new food disc in, and we're going to see if it does its job in a freshwater tank. Alright, let's see. Alright guys, so we're back with Sera's snail catcher and bristleworm catcher. But this time we're going to try it for snails. Now I have a mountain of ramshorn snails in this 40 breeder. And I grow out all my plecos in here, that's why, because I really feed heavy in this tank. Although I do water changes, don't have any nitrates really at all ever in this tank. But I want less snails, and if the snail catcher works, awesome. But I fear that it's going to catch a little bit more than snails. So we're going to set this in here. This time around I got a little bit of a bigger weight. Couldn't put that one in the saltwater tank, but let's give it a try and let's see what happens. Alright YouTube, so I think we can say this is a fail, at least in this tank, because even look, my larger Corridoras got in there. Guys are getting trapped, I mean they're eating it up, but look, even a tiny little Molly got in there. So yeah, this is gonna get pulled out. This is literally 30 minutes after I filmed the last part of this. And we're gonna pull it out, untrap everybody, and then we're gonna throw it in a shrimp tank and see if it doesn't catch shrimp, but catches snails. Alright, stay tuned. Alright guys, so new tank, same issue. I have a ton of ramshorn snails in here. But it matters a little bit more in this tank for me because I breed some fish in here, specifically plecos and angelfish. And from time to time, they like to get in the caves of my plecos and eat the eggs. So they need to go, and they need to go fast. So this may be a routine thing if it works real well. So again, I took out every third nub. so that I can get some bigger snails in there. But yeah, let's drop it in and pull it out next day. And hopefully I should already have caught a significant amount. All right, thanks guys.
Alrighty, YouTube. We are here in the 55 Angelfish Pleco Crowd Tank. And as you can see, being there's no large fish in here, the snail catcher actually really did its job. This is just overnight. So I'd say a win for this one, for sure. Alrighty, I'll see you in a second with the wrap-up of my review with this.
Alright, so the verdict on Sera's snail catcher / bristleworm catcher. Well, for bristleworms, didn't cut it. I can only imagine that the only way this thing's effective is if it's large bristleworms you're trying to catch. And I don't have gigantic bristleworms, luckily. But I think there's better traps for those, and I'll try those out some other time. Now for snails. Absolutely. It definitely caught me like 200-300 snails within the past 4 days. However, I wouldn't use this in every tank. I didn't even try my shrimp tank because we saw what happened with my baby pleco tank. And it caught more fish than it did snails in a matter of 20-30 minutes. Which is dangerous because I could have lost, honestly, $50-60 in fish in that matter of time. So, that being said, where do I rate this? And would I suggest you buy it? Very circumstantial on purchasing. But rating, I give it a 5 out of 10. It's alright. I really wouldn't recommend it for everybody. Very specific case scenarios. You gotta have big fish. You gotta have a plethora of snails. And then maybe it's worth it. Is it kind of cool? Yes. Is it finicky? Yes. But if you stayed till the end and you watched the whole review, give me a like below. Give me a comment, say you were here till the end. I'd really appreciate it. And if you like these reviews, let me know that too. But yeah, Sera snail catcher. It's alright. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Thank you.